we're just gonna go ahead and wing it today. All right, good morning. Today is Tuesday, February 7th. I'm Christina Dillabo, Director of Communications for the Desert Southwest Conference, and this is Tuesday Talks, a weekly gathering, conversation, meeting, live stream, whatever, for church communicators. And today, I'm super grateful if you're listening or joined, even though I didn't send out an invitation. Thank you for coming along. It's every Tuesday at 10 a.m. And the first thing I want to talk about today is about DSC Campus Ministry Sunday. Different from the United Methodist Student Ministry Sunday or Student Day. Sorry about me, dogs. No problem. The difference is one of the differences is the United Methodist Student Sunday is one of the special Sundays that churches can choose to give towards. I think that one falls in November, if I remember correctly, and it's for the United Methodist Church. So it supports scholarships and all sorts of other things. But the DSC Ministry, Campus Ministry Sunday, helps fund campus ministry. I don't know all the details about like scholarships and all that, but I know that it makes a big difference for the Desert Southwest Conference. So those funds don't get distributed throughout the whole denomination. So we had some resources, some worship stuff that was created back in 2021 that's still available for your church to use. And we have some new items now in the Google Drive. I'm going to share my screen real quick so you can see what the heck I'm talking about. So here, so if you were to go to dscumc.org/worship, you'll see, number one, we have a new kind of logo that's got all the four campus ministry logos on it. And this video that it's connected to is the one from 2021. It's still relevant. You can still use it. I'm going to go to the Google Drive here to show you the resources that are available in there. Oops. Oh no, I linked it right to the thumbnail. The old one, my bad. Let's see, I might be able to get to it here. So it means I need to relink that button so it goes to this area. So this is the new thumbnail, and this as a YouTube size, but here it is just normal size. And some of the new items that we have, let me move this out of the way. Let's see, this one we already had, this one we had, this one we had. So there's this guide that you can follow. So obviously it's a Word document, and there's a beautiful song that's here. Translations for the call to prayer, which I believe is inside the campus ministry guide. It talks about how to use it. Some of the new items that I'm going to put in there, I have the videos on my computer. I just haven't uploaded them yet. I hope to have them done before the end of the day today. It's kind of testimonials, I guess, from current students and in different campus ministries, and also from alumni. And the whole point of these videos, you're supposed to be able to use them during maybe worship just before the offering, or if you want to use it at some other time. The one request is that you shouldn't upload them as standalone videos, the testimonial pieces, because then it makes it seem like that student or that former student, the alumni, is representing your church, they're part of your church, and that's not really true in most cases. It might be true for one church per group, or maybe some of those students aren't even United Methodist, but they still benefit from campus ministry. So that's part of the cool thing about using these videos, is it lets people know what it is that the funds are doing, how it's impacting lives, whether it's United Methodist members or not. It makes a difference. So check out the resources, use them, pieces of it, or put them all together for a full worship service. It's up to you how you want to use it. And what else? Any questions about that? Okay, then I just want to stress that it's important to not upload any of those videos and publish them like on your church's Facebook or even on your church website. for general consumption. You can use it in your live stream as part of the whole worship service, just not the video by itself. I hope that makes sense. All right, so some of the items that are going to be published soon are about different countering bias trainings that are available in the different districts. In case you're wondering, so maybe your church is nearby one of the churches where the training is going to happen. You can register to participate at that church's counteracting bias training. You don't have to have it at your church to be able to host or to be able to participate. So you can advertise those trainings of nearby locations. People would need to attend in person. If you want to host one of those trainings at your church, you can do that. Let me share my screen again, and I'll show you how you can request to have the training at your church. So if I was to go, oops, I'm going in the back end, my bad. Trying to just go to the home page to show you where you would do it. You can go to dscumc.org/CCORR, or just go to the home page and scroll down to find the Conference Commission on Religion and Race. That's what CCORR stands for. And here, the first three buttons, well, the first two buttons are to request a training to happen at your church. If you are someone that has maybe participated in one of these trainings and wants to know, well, how can I become one of those trainers and host trainings or lead trainings somewhere? You can click in one of these, this link right here to, wait a minute, that one's to access part 2 of the cultural competency training for trainers on bias. So you can request to be a trainer. There's some information you got to fill out, but that's a possibility as well. So here you can see the different events that are coming up, and you can click on any of them. Let's say you wanted to go to the Mesa one on February 25th. Just fill out the form. So you could either share this form with your churches, or if we go back, you can read, let's check out this one and see what it says about the trainings. You can copy and paste this in your church newsletter. Maybe just pick the one that's right by you. Or like I said, go to the /CCORR page to select training at your church. Hope that makes sense. Any questions about that? Okay, then let me go to the conference calendar to see what's coming up. I know one of the deadlines that just passed was for churches to apply for a intern, but that's just with the program that's happening now. If your church is interested in figuring out how can we get interns here, there's people you can talk to, like Rachel Gilmore in the New and Vital Faith department, or Billy Fidlin from Justice and Outreach, to talk about how you can work out plans for getting an intern. And then if you have people at your church or friends of your church that might be interested in applying to become an intern, there is a deadline. Here's the deadline application for, oh, that's something else. Petitions, rule changes. No, where is it? I'll find the link to that and I'll provide it in the follow-up email for people to apply to be an intern. Am I looking at the right month? Let's see, February. Oh, that's why. I think the deadline for young people to become an intern is in March. Maybe it was end of April. I'm sorry. I was racing traffic to get here, so I'm kind of out. Not quite. There it is. Is that? Nope. Can't find it. But the cool thing is, what I did see in here, and hopefully you saw it too, is that there is a resolutions deadline for annual conference, April 30th. And then February, there was a deadline for petitions and rule changes. I'll make sure to provide that in the follow-up email. Some of the other stuff that's coming up is the National Developer and Planter Gathering. Rachel Gilmore is going to take a group of people. She's really trying to make it affordable. So they're going to carpool together. They're going to stay at a Airbnb. If this is something that you're interested in, I'm going to provide the link. You could share that with your leadership to see who wants to go and connect with Rachel to get that information. Okay, last thing I'm going to share about is again, from New and Vital Faith, there is reaching new people in new ways in the East, West, and South District. That's happening March 24th and 25th. Don't wait to get people registered for this because it can be canceled. I mean, they have to have people come out and they pay for those people. They might need to pay for the venue. So it's really important to register as soon as possible. And this is one of those where it can be free for clergy. If your lay people or clergy are interested in doing this, laity are all free, but it's $100 for a clergy person to attend. But then if that clergy person brings one lay person from their church, then their registration is reduced by $50. If they bring two people, their registration is completely free. They're hoping to have everybody there for free. But the thing is, if only clergy go, it's tough for them to fulfill all this stuff without having their lay people there to support them. It's a team effort. So that's the idea there of trying to get more people registered on one registration form. So if you have multiple people coming from your church, please try to get everybody registered in one form. That way you get those discounts. If you do it in separate registration forms, each person's going to pay whatever it is that that registration form says. And then later you'll have to try to submit for a refund, which you would get, but it's just more paperwork. So are there questions about that? That's sometimes a little confusing. Okay. Anything anybody wants to share about what's going on at the church or questions? Okay, this one was a quick one. I feel like it was really messy, but I'm hoping that the follow-up notes will make sense. For those of you that are wondering, it's not too late to renew your Zoom license. I have not canceled any Zoom license that people haven't asked to stop the renewal. So I'm still continuing them. I'm just hoping that churches will pay their renewal for 2023 soon. All right. Anything else? Okay, then I hope you have a great rest of your week. Feel free to reach out to communications@dscumc.org if you have any questions or communication needs. I am going to have a video coming out fairly soon with Mike Ayer. That's what I was recording this morning. He is going to be retiring from his position as the UMVIM coordinator leader for the Desert Southwest Conference. There's a whole job description for it. But it doesn't mean that it's a paid position. It's just another volunteer leadership position at the Desert Southwest Conference. I'll have that video ready so that you can share that with your community to see if anybody's interested in finding out more about what it means to be a United Methodist volunteer in mission coordinator leader person. All right. Thank you and have a great rest of your week. See ya. Oh,